All right, so Scorpion Island, where we left it off last week. May I get my notes?
We
We had
were in
just
the
gone
tower.
upstairs.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had
we're
just gone up to the first level or second level?
no, we had
Second
gone
level?
all the way up. You explained all the different windows. One was
Mhm.
Earth and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And then we opened the door
To the
to
witch.
yes, to the I forgot the witch of something. I forgot. And then that was where we
Lotus
left
Forgot her
off.
Witch.
name, but yeah, we opened the door to the witch. Yep.
The Lotus Switch.
Lotus, there it is.
Yes, Lotus Witch, which I believe Testicles has some business with her. Does he not?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. So I'll set the scene again. Oops. Click one more button. Oh, that's weird. Sorry, just a sec. Weird. Okay, so yes. So I'll set the scene about, and then we can just jump straight into it. So the twisting stair at the top of the tower opens into a stone room. The floors, walls, and ceiling are covered in etched hieroglyphics. A closer look reveals that their markings are roughly made, as if they were scratched into the rock with primitive tools. A majestic winged lion with the face of a regal woman sits in the center of the room. Behind her, a wide window shows the island below her, bathed in daylight. Upon seeing you, she demands, "Why have you disturbed my contemplations?"
I must speak with you. You have information that can help me.
And who are you?
I am Testicles. I am cursed. My family is cursed. I'm told you know of a way to remove the curse. I
Ah,
need this information.
hmm. And who are the rest of you? These are your lackeys, are they?
These are compatriots, fellow warriors.
You're sure you don't want to just start all over again, back in the beginning where you had no curse? Might that be preferable? Just put the whole thing behind you?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the statement.
Wouldn't you like to just start from the beginning again? Go right back to square one? Forget all about this curse and that it ever happened? Start again.
This curse needs to be lifted from my family, or the rest of our generation will carry this curse with them forever.
So your family, if I get this straight, has a bit of a history with curses. Is that correct?
I am not a bugbear by nature. I was made a bugbear.
So your parents were turned into bugbears as well?
Yes,
And who were they before that? Are they humans? Are they gnomes? Are they satyrs? What are they?
I was afraid this question was going to come up, and I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I thought about that like 5 sessions ago. Yes, we were humans.
You think being a bugbear human? If nothing else, you're far more acclimatized to cold weather now, are you not? With all that fur?
It's easy to scratch my balls too, but that doesn't mean I should stay like this.
She laughs. Now, tell me more about this curse. How many generations has it gone through?
I don't even know. All my living relatives were this way.
So grandparents included?
Yes.
What were your grandparents' names? You can just say you know them, or you can say you don't know them. You don't have to make up something you don't want to. What were your grandparents' names?
I don't remember. I don't even remember my own given name. All I remember now is the name I was given in the games, which is Testicles.
Well, here's the thing. One of the most important things I think to be cognizant of is history. If you can't remember your name, if you can't remember who you are, then what's the point of removing this curse? Seems as if your history has been forgotten.
To right whatever wrong we did to earn this curse, or to take vengeance on those who cursed us, and return us back to what we were.
Let's say that this curse is removed. What's your next step? Live a normal life? Open up a little farm?
Well, first I will enjoy not having fleas. After that, I must find a way to make a living. Maybe I can open a warrior school.
Interesting. Now, do not think I am so naive as to not know exactly who you are. And she scans the room. And she says, nods, and it's Morpheus, right? And we have Alaric and Felixio and Zamek and Odinaz. It is a pleasure to meet you all.
It's nice to meet you as well.
Now, tell me, we all should have at least some understanding of the history of the Dragon Lords and, shall we say, the mistakes they've made along the way. I am sure you're aware of the mistakes they made, are you not?
A
Yes,
little bit. We have a dragon lord among us, or a former dragon lord.
Oh, very good. And I assume your mission is to right the wrongs?
Yes, we all have been given our part in this to right the wrongs and save the realm.
Tell me, Testicles, there is one lesson that we always fail to learn about history. What is that lesson, Testicles?
Those that do not learn it are doomed to repeat it.
Ah, very wise words. Tell me, Testicles, and if I'm to help your friend, I suggest you be quiet, she says, glaring at the rest of you. Tell me, Testicles, if you are to learn from history, it's important that you know the history. Who was the first of the Dragon Lords, Testicles? Testicles.
Can I phone a friend?
Um, I'll give you another minute. Who was the very first Dragon Lord? Phone a friend.
Teacher,
Sorry.
teacher,
As
teacher.
as a player, I don't remember.
I'll tell you what. I think you're going to kick yourself because I think you will remember. But I'll give you make me a history check if you like, Testicles.
This probably won't go well. I'll take it.
Um, you rack your brains and you remember that it starts with a K, with an X, sorry.
No, I still got nothing.
Perhaps one of your friends could help you out, but this is a failure on your part, Testicles. Anybody else
That
from
would
the
be
cheap seats?
Xander.
Xander. Does that ring a bell now, Testicles?
Xander, yes. I remember that name.
Do you, Jimmy, as a player, or is it still a mystery?
Do because only because I have a nephew named Xander. but he spells it with a Z.
Yes, you remember one of your great tasks was to retrieve the weapons from the very first Dragon Lord, and you got the axe of Xander, if nothing else. And he was the first Dragon Lord.
Well, but I wasn't with Testicles wasn't with them during that part.
Wow, still. Well, that is disappointing. You're already, if you don't learn, if you don't know about the first Dragon Lord, well, I do not have much hope for you. Let's try an easier one. Who is the cruelest of the Dragon Lords, Testicles and Gorgio? Who is the cruelest?
Uh, shit, which one? Intelligence is my dump stat.
Well, that is no excuse to forget your history. Rack that little brain of you a little bit.
I got nothing.
Make a history check. I'll see if I can give you a clue. There was a certain rock named after him.
We took his boat.
We got his ship.
Yeah, his boat.
Yeah, but I'm not good with names, guys.
Morpheus will walk forward and say,
I was gonna
and
say Thelexio. That's what I was gonna say.
Morpheus will speak up and say, Esther Galanda. We met him. He corrupted one of our chosen friends.
Morpheus, did I ask?
He does not know why
Perhaps-
put him through this.
Perhaps it is best if you leave the room, Morpheus.
Testicles has taken many blows to the head. My memory is not great.
So you leave the room, Morpheus?
Yeah, I'll walk out of the room.
Okay. And just as a reminder, and good old Astoria, the Rock of Astor. That was the rock that was named after him.
Okay.
Okay, now, this is most disappointing. You seemed as if you're going to repeat the errors because you've learned nothing. Perhaps you'll get this one. I hope you'll get this one at least. When Thylea bore fruit, which two titans sprang from a single pit?
Oh, god dang it. Yeah, I don't remember. As a player, I don't remember.
Make a history check. They're the two big bads of the campaign. They've been messing with your dreams. They've been sending centaur armies after you.
Yeah, and I'm drawing a blank. I know one of them was what's his name's father, and but I can't. Yeah, I'm having brain farts right now. I can't even remember Eric's last character's name.
Titus.
Yeah, one was his father, and I pointed. Oh no, he's not here anymore. One was the father of a fallen comrade, Titus.
I've heard of this Titus figure, and his father was Pythor, was he not? Okay, here's another clue. Oh, well, that didn't work.
Hmm.
5-letter. One of them is a 5-letter word starting with S, Jimmy.
Yeah, I can't think of him right now.
S-Y.
I'm uh, I don't want to say Saigon, but it's not Saigon.
It's not a bit. Oh, this is disappointing, I must say. Perhaps bring that satyr back. He seemed knowledgeable.
Morpheus, I need your brains.
Morpheus. Who, when Thylea bore fruit, which two titans sprang from a single pit?
Oh, the gross siblings that are in love with each other, that want to destroy the world. Odnos, who were you gonna break in half?
Odin's split Lutheria in half.
And Sidon, the brother, sister, wife, husband.
That is correct. Now, two more I have for you, Testicles. What happened to the city of the Sirens?
It sank into the ocean.
Correct. It did indeed sink into the ocean. That's a good guess. That hasn't actually been revealed in the campaign. So there we go.
I figured if it was a city and sirens are in the water, it just
Nice.
Yes, it's a calculated guess. Very good. Now I know you've been dealing with gods, and they've been, shall we say, more on your side than the Titans. Why don't you name me the 5 gods? Testicles?
yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Name one, just one.
Aren't we sailing with one?
Yeah, we are, but like I said, I'm terrible with names, and I get confused sometimes between this campaign and my Tuesday campaign.
Fair enough, I understand. Maybe your friend Morpheus can answer that question. What are the names of the 5 gods?
So God Pythor, father of our fallen comrade. Kyra. She's the queen. And I just had her name because I was just thinking about her name. Because I messed it up so bad before.
Lutheria?
No, she's the queen. She's married to
Mithra,
the
is it?
Dragon Lord. Yeah. And I can't remember her name. Morpheus was infatuated with her. Because she was
Starts
so
with a V.
beautiful. Ah, I looked at my notes and I didn't write her name down. I wrote down the people who came with us on the boat. If I can find that note real quick, but I don't remember her name. There's one more that's on the boat, I believe.
Nope.
No,
There's
definitely one of
Mercy
them.
on the boat, but she's not a god.
Oh, okay, yeah, the seer. So I'll just name those. I'll name those the ones I know, and I'll say, and one is married to the king of Mithros. Beautiful, wise.
Does anybody know the name of the goddess? Married to King
Varus.
Ephesus? Varus is
Var-
incorrect.
Horus.
Nope.
She was beautiful beyond words and wise.
Oh, it starts with a V.
Does.
I don't have it anywhere in my notes, so I can't. I'm not going to be able to bring it out anywhere. I know everything. I know where she's from, though, and all that. But
I'll
can
give
I do a
you-
history check
Sure,
or an intelligence check? Which would you say? Intelligence, right?
your choice.
I'll do intelligence because it's lower. Oh, the same thing, yeah. So history
oh,
doesn't matter.
I remember one. Is it it's the Smith dude, the forger,
Mhm.
ain't it?
Vulcan.
Vulcan.
Vulcan. So the queen
Intelligence
married
for
to the
Vulcan.
king. This might be given away. Starts with the VALL.
Valis.
Valandra?
Valis. That's
That one I-
4
Well,
of the 5 gods. You're missing the 5th. Expect
Oh.
you've met most of them, but you've never met the 5th.
yeah,
You
she
can name me the
sacrificed herself. She died at the Dragon War, at the end of the Dragon War, for all of this,
She
for
did.
this all to happen.
And her
Yes,
name
there's
is...
a temple. They want us to desecrate a temple in her name, and we did not. We sacrificed children instead to save her temple.
You sacrifice children.
Only
I
70
would-
of them.
I wasn't there.
Oh no, it's like raises an eyebrow. Like, are you serious?
The sacrifices happen everywhere. We did goats last week on the boat.
Not sacrifice, but we gave 70 children to the Temple of Lutheria, so
They were
Why
mostly
would
for
you
poverty.
make foolish decision?
they were starving.
Focus.
Alexia
That
wasn't
way-
there. so-
Focus. Focus. Someone with a big brain. Focus.
So anyway, so
Mithras.
that's who the god is, the last god. Morpheus cannot remember who. I lost 3 dear friends recently. My memory isn't what it used to be.
Elixir might have had it.
Mithros.
Mitros. Indeed. Mitros and her great mount Palametria sacrificed themselves, and this city was named after her. So you can't remember the goddess's name? Just remember Mitros. Testicles. Have you learned anything from this jaunt through history?
I have. I may not remember names, but I will remember what happened.
What lessons could you learn from the cruelest of the Dragon Lords, Esther? What lessons are there?
No one's infallible. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Esther was held in great regard, but then once the war broke out and proper, well, let's just say many people died. What lessons could you learn from the very first Dragon Lord, Xander?
I want to say something about trust, but I don't remember.
Trust. Trust is good. People trusted Xander to lead the Dragon Lords, and he led it with great bravery and honor. Fortunately, the order more or less fell apart when Estor and his lackeys went on their rampages. Final question. Testicles. In a very real sense, I'm sure the 5 gods would admit it themselves. Mistakes were made. The evil titans Lutheria and Sidon were not defeated. They fell short. The best they could come up with was a ceasefire as such for 500 years. What would you do differently, Testicles, to ensure that a ceasefire, a temporary holding off on the titans would not happen again?
I would fight to the end till there's only one victor. There has to be a way to win or lose.
Let's assume that you do defeat these titans. Let's assume that Thylea is returned to a land of peace once again. The gods will have failed. Well, they did fail. And perhaps the world would need to look for new leadership. Who do you think should lead the free people of Thylea? Testicles.
Someone who has honor, someone who has a big brain.
I'm looking for names, Testicles.
I believe the Lexio would be a wise leader. I believe Morpheus
Mhm.
would be a wise leader. I believe Zemek and Odinaz and Elris would all be noble, strong leaders.
There's one obviously exception from there, Testicles. Why not yourself?
I have no interest in ruling others or leading others. I merely want to start a fresh life away from this curse.
Perhaps I can help you out there. On the one condition that you think about what we talked about. Think about the Dragon Lords that failed. Think about the Dragon Lords that succeed. Think about how the gods failed and look at ways to rectify the wrongs. The Dragon Lords held such promise, but it was flitted away so meaninglessly. Can you make me that promise, Testicles?
I will. We must win. We have to win. Failure is not an option this time.
Good. Now the magic around your curse, Testicles. It originates on a place called Typhon Island. Typhon Island is interesting because it is pretty much all volcano and nothing else. What you need to do, Testicles, is dive into that volcano. Do you think that is something you could do?
No, my fur is flammable. That would be bad. Even I know that.
Well, perhaps I can have something that will help you. And she hands you a spear. The spear looks like fire dancing up and down the shaft of it, and it looks nasty, but is indeed a spear. And if you have a look in your character sheet, you'll see there's a new item there called Spear of Fire. Do you see it?
I do.
Yeah,
This is an impressive item.
it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, what you'll need to do to break the curse is dive into the volcano. I suggest you hold the spear while you do it.
I will. It did not go as well for my friend Joe, who jumped into the volcano.
Just 1 second. One other question before I have other business to attend to. During the First War, as everybody knows, Balmitria and Mitra sacrificed themselves. There were 4 other bronze dragons. Does anybody know where they are?
Are they on that volcano?
By oath, I am bound to neither confirm nor deny any place. If you are desperate to know, though, I am bound by an oath until the oath of peace has ended. So once the Oath of Peace is ended, I can freely tell you about the dragons. But until then, I'm afraid it must remain a mystery.
Does anybody know? Anybody have a book?
Spoiler, you don't know.
So,
None of you know. So if
so
you're scanning
we
notes, you
can,
don't know.
so we can come back once we've defeated them, and you can tell us where these dragons are.
Yes. Actually, everybody make me an intelligence check.
Oh, Onas is so passing this.
Oh, Felixio.
I'm just roll a d20.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that's a 0 for me.
Okay. Thank you. I will say, just sounds odd to say out of character as a DM, but there was a clue given a while back about what might have happened to these dragons. I think one of the players knows, but I think one of the players is not saying anything because it wasn't appropriate. But okay. Now, unless you have any more burning questions, Testicles, I suggest you leave.
Thank you. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for this instrument. We leave in peace.
Go well. You guys leave? Okay.
Testicles got a spear. Testicles got a spear.
I so want to ask about, so what's with the children, but we don't really prove it in our past to not care about children too much. So let's just keep with that, you know? It feels right.
They just get in the way.
Yeah, Felixia doesn't really know about the children thing. The player does, so he's just going to go on with the group.
I'm more worried about how much time has passed. I remember the weird night happened, flipped as we walked through the flowers. The sky spun really rapidly, really weird.
Should point of order, should we ask her how to get out? The door shut behind us.
Oh yeah, out of temple down below there was no exit. Maybe it's there now.
You turn around to look at her, and you see a stone wall. And you turn back the other way, and you see sunflowers.
So
Oh,
we're
yellow
at the bottom.
flowers, at least. Yep.
All of the flowers.
The
That was
flowers.
convenient. Very
Coming
convenient.
back through the flowers, there is no weird time effect. Like maybe you're hoping time would rewind in some sense. Nothing of note. So you're back on the plains now.
Captain, point of order with weird time effect. Maybe we should rush to Mithros to get those 3 nymphs for the hags. That way they don't mess with you in your dreams.
Thank you. Jeff has forgotten how much time they gave me. Malcolm, was it 2 weeks? 1 week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. So we're, yeah. No,
Oh,
Alexio, good point. We don't know how much time has actually passed. So if everyone else is okay with that, I'd rather not have the hags come back to my nightmares or my dreams, whatever.
Well, let's ask the crew how long we've been gone. Time should have stayed the same for them.
That's a good idea.
Good point.
Okay. So we're making our way to the ship and we'll ask the crew, hey, how long have we been gone? We encountered some really weird time warp stuff.
On your way back to the ship, before you get there, you see a band, I think is the correct term, a band of centaurs approaching you. About a dozen of them. They have spears and shields. They don't appear to be wielding them, but they are thundering towards you. You can make a dash for the ship if you like. You could probably get there in time. What would you like to do?
Captain, orders, Captain.
I think we should flee. When you say a band, is that like 5? Is that like more than 5? It's
About a dozen.
about a
Gaggle.
dozen.
Gaggle.
Yeah. Yes, let's make haste to the ship. We'll be better defensible position there. They mean us harm.
Okay. So you rush and you do indeed get back to the Ultros, get on board, and the centaurs approach. And the first thing you notice about the centaurs is they're all kind of what the equivalent would be of teenagers, like 14, 15, 16-year-olds. And they thunder up to the shore, but they don't actually get into the water. And they say, "Hey, man, that was cool. We've never seen anybody come out of the tower before. What did you guys do, man?"
We had to talk to her.
Oh,
We did not start a fight with her. We merely sought her wisdom.
wow, man, that's cool. No, I've never seen. I mean, people come out, man, but they don't. They go in, but they don't need to come out. Oh, what are you guys so special? What did you do, man? Did you?
Again, she had information. We showed her respect and she shared her knowledge.
Oh, man, that's rad, dude. Hey, I think this is cause for celebration. You guys got any alcohol on board?
Captain, let's raise anchor and get out of here.
Yeah. I think we're gonna like feign like, I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that, and I'm going to be making hand motions to get the crew ready and heading out.
Oh, man, don't be like that, bros. Look, we got our own special brews. We could share them with you, man. We've got a special thing made from beetroot called boiled maynard. Do you want to try some? Come on, man.
I'm gonna start walking over to the edge of the boat, and I'm doing the Ronald Reagan thing, cupping my ear, like I'm sorry, I can't. What? I'm not hearing you quite clearly there. So.
Oh, man, come on, dudes. You're just gonna Captain
Yep.
Zamek just heading off.
Yep,
Oh,
heading off.
man. And you turn tail and leave the bro centaurs behind. You find yourself back in the Forgotten Sea. Leaving Scorpion Island behind, leaving babies behind, leaving bro centaurs behind. What do you guys do?
Well, we're still curious on how long we've been gone, so we're gonna ask our first mate.
A normal amount of time. Time has not
Okay.
advanced. Just a normal amount.
Okay. Woo! We were really concerned there. Some of us looked like they were looking, perhaps aged. Or maybe it was just me.
Yep. No. It's just normal amount of time.
Awesome. Okay. So I was at a day, right? We were only gone a day.
Yeah. Yep.
Do we follow the constellation of the Queen, or do we try and stop your bad dreams?
Well, that's a good question. So I'm assuming with the Antikytheria, we can figure out how long it's going to take us to get to where we want to go.
It's 3 days between islands, regardless of what it looks like on the map. So you can get to Mitros in 3 days. You can get to the Island of the Fates in 3 days.
So we're gonna take 6 days. If we go right now to Mitros, to another, regardless, somewhere within our time frame. So let's just do it now to get it done with. Because we also have to
we
go
only
to the
got
Island of
2
Fates
weeks.
as well. So let's get that done. So then, if we run short on time and we have to miss an island, oops, it's better than it's than you forgetting and then losing more hit points, dude.
Yeah. Good point.
It's metagaming, so.
Okay.
And also,
So
that's kind of
I'd like to set a course for Mitros.
Okay. So you put the Antikythera to the constellation of the Bear, if I remember. And let's choose Odinaz. Roll me a d20, please.
D20.
13. You're not Odin's Jeff, but that's all right.
Oh, I wanted to anyway. No.
You just wanted to be part of things, didn't you?
You're not Odinist. One Odinist only.
Okay, so your journey back to Mitros goes relatively uneventfully. And for the first time as in a while, you find yourself back in civilization.
Yay.
But Malcolm has lost Mitros.
Guys, guys, I got a chance to spend some time with that spirit during these last 3 days. This is pretty awesome. I can ...
Do stuff.
Wait, is it a spear or a staff?
Oh, it's
It's
a
a
spear.
spear.
I copied it from a staff and just forgot to rename that.
Gotcha.
Whoever says staff reads spear.
Oh, that's awesome. You became like a fire god.
4 charges of wall of fire. Oh my lord!
I still think I'm gonna burn my testicles if I jump into the volcano, but I'll do what she says. What's the worst that can happen?
Well, it's 4 charges, so it costs 4 charges. So you only technically have 2 per day.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. I thought it was 4 charges. I read it wrong. Thank you. So I was like, holy crap, man! Whatever you're running into.
That would be an insane amount of wall of fires.
Well, I was just also thinking, what's not going to be thrown at us if we're eating something like that?
I'm just looking at these
Yeah.
CR23 creatures.
We're not afraid of you, Malcolm.
Dude!
On a previous campaign, I threw a Tarask at you. Not that it was one of you players, but you did fight a Tarask and beat it.
I was not there for that.
But this is
We
part
were going to
of.
run past it, go through the portal, and escape it too. And Art was genius. Mad Mage, go ahead, Malcolm. Sorry.
Oh, you tell the story. Tell how Art defeated the Tarask.
We were in the Mad Mage, and it was the last level, and we had the plane before we got to his throne room we went into, and there was a Tarask we had to deal with. And we could either fight the Tarask and get a long rest, or we already needed a long rest because we were kind of already had a little battle in us. So we needed either a short rest or a long rest for sure. And so either we fight the thing and we get a long rest, or we could ditch it and go through the portal and fight Hallister the Black Mage of the Undermountain and not have the long rest. And it swallowed. Art did cost invulnerability on himself. He was a wizard. He was a diviner wizard, I believe. And he got swallowed by the Trask, and we were all going to run. And we didn't know what to do. And he's like, he had a staff of power. It was Malcolm.
A staff
Yep.
of the staff of power. Yeah, very powerful magical
Yeah.
staff.
And he's broke it over his knee, and it does all this damage. But he was invulnerable, so he took 0, and he exploded the Trask from the inside out.
Very, very cool. Yes, that's the cool thing, right? When, as a DM, I enjoy that when I throw ridiculous challenges at players and they come up with really cool solutions. And that was a really cool solution. Okay, so you arrive back in Mitros. One of the things you notice is people notice the Ultros approaching, and they start gathering on the shoreline. And as you park the Ultros in a fairly safe harbor, people immediately start saying, Morpheus! Morpheus, welcome back! It's such an honor to see you again! Praise be to Morpheus!
I'll wave at the public, kind of smiling a little bit, just because, I mean, I've never had friends and I've never had people admiring me, so I'm just look at them like, I don't get this. Cool, this is awesome.
Send us your blessings, Morpheus! And they start throwing some money onto the deck of the ship. They're just lobbing coins in.
How much? No, just kidding.
5. If you stop and take a moment to count it, it comes in copper and silver and bronze. On the total, it's about 562 gold pieces.
Oh,
Right on.
Just throwing money at you. And then they switch and say, oops, yeah.
Morpheus is going to take all that because I need some money to go shopping, and that's like a little bit more than I need actually. So he's just going to take it all. So don't write that in the party loot.
Zemek! Zemek! And you see one of the people in the crowd holding up a baby. Bless my baby, Zemek! Please, blessings!
Yes, yes. I bless your. I like wave my hand in some kind of holy kind of meal.
I beg you!
I feel like once we do this, it just opens the can for everybody wanting to do it.
Zemek, please bless my baby!
I got
And they're
cash.
where are they at in position to us?
Well, you're on the ship, and you haven't yet lowered down the gangplank. But if you
Okay.
did, you think they probably rushed the boat.
If we went down the gangplank, they're going to rush the boat.
I'm taking it the gangplank is still up. You've like moored the ship, but you haven't got the exit right down yet, effectively.
Got it. So I looked at the party. I go, I'm pretty sure that if we let down that gangplank, we're going to have like a mob scene here. So I don't know what you guys are thinking. I could tell them to stand back and not come up the gangplank, but I don't know if they're going to listen.
Well, they're hollering your name. Maybe we can get off on the other side of the ship and take the dinghy around to another dock.
or Captain, I could just fly off and ask for those 3 volunteers, and we can be in and out.
Ooh.
I have shopping I need. There's components I need for high power magic that I'm learning, and I know I possess the ability eventually to perform, but I need certain items only here in these shows I can find.
Oh, it does. My father is very sick. I'm sure if you bless him with his presence, well, your presence has been around. Do not deny a child a sick father. Will you please heal my father?
Well, I'm supposed to go in. Oh, no, he's the best. Must go in, Sandy.
I'm gonna tell the party. I'm like going, hey, we should sneak around back and do the dinghy action. That sounds like that's the right way to go. Maybe we should make it look like we're going below deck and kind of sneak out around the back.
You need a costume. They're hollering your name. They know your look. You should look different. Can anyone give him some lipstick?
Oh, no, it's not wearing lipstick.
Oh, it does. My father is sick. Please come visit our house. I beg of
Oh,
you.
not. Oh, no, it's not surgeon either.
Your
Oh,
presence
no, it's not
alone.
pigs.
Please, Odenos, just come.
What's it gonna be, John? Do we want to try to sneak out the back?
Yeah.
Captain, I don't need to sneak. I can fly. You make the call.
Oh, no, that's
I will float my-
Morpheus will say, hold on. What I need, I can tell crew members to get. And we can send crew members to get supplies and pick up what I need as well.
Ooh, that's
we can
good.
we can just dock. We don't need to leave boat.
That's
We have
what I
trusted,
like.
trusted people here.
You guys are all smart. You always have great ideas. So, Morpheus, you have a rudder. Go do that. Alexio, fly off and do what you need to do to see if we can secure our volunteers. And yeah, and we will stay on the ship.
So people, so you're not getting off the ship, it sounds like, but people are there, and there's lots of babies being held aloft, lots of requests for healing, a lot of blessings.
So should we?
Yeah, so I mean, you guys, I mean, you left popular, but your popularity has gone to a whole new level. You're mostly throwing money at you, asking for blessings. So we're gonna start with Elixir though. As you fly off the ship, where do you go? What do you do?
Oh, Percy's not gonna like this at all. But knowing that nymphs are supposed to be such beautiful creatures, I am going to Siren's Roost to the pretty elven lady's establishment to ask for 3 nymphs, and I'll be completely honest with what we need them for. That they're going to be dropped off at the fates, and I have no idea of what their fate may be.
Okay, we got a whole lot of stuff right there. So if you remember that the lady running Simon's Roost is a name called Ambrosia. And Elixio doesn't know Ambrosia, I don't think.
Mhm.
Okay, you land at the Siren's Roost. If you remember, this is a house of ill repute, a brothel, but a very much upmarket brothel. It's very well run, it's very clean, it's very tidy. And you land.
Isn't this how we lost to Sindar?
Yes, it's
Too soon?
Too soon, but that's all right. Okay, so you land at the Siren's Roost, Elixio. As I said, it's a very well-maintained, clean establishment. And a lady approaches you, wearing very wispy clothes that are verging on see-through, but not quite. And she says, "Oh, Felixio, welcome to the Siren's Roost. I must say, it's an absolute pleasure having you here. What is it that you are looking for?"
Yes, thank you. Times are rough, and I'm just going to be blunt. As the heroes, we require 3 nymphs to be of service, if they are willing.
Oh, my nymphs are always willing.
That is it is most spectacular. They would need to leave with us on the Ultros. They could be gone for quite some time, though.
I'm going to need more details, Alexia.
All right, all cards on the table. The Fates are terrorizing Captain Zamek's dreams. They wanted Vercy's head. No, that's not acceptable. And then they asked for 3 babies, and babies can't have choices. So we're here to ask if 3 nymphs would be willing to go to the island of the Fates to please them so that Captain Zamek may finally get his rest and not be tormented by the Fates.
So let me get this straight. You're saying your Captain Zamek is worth more than 3 of my girls?
No, not at all. That's why I'm here asking if they'd be willing to. I'm asking.
Oh, fair enough. Now I will relay this to the... I have 3 nymphs in mind. Tell me, Thelxio, in your heart of hearts, what do you think will happen to them?
To be honest, I cannot say. When I abandoned my position as a Dragon Lord to be with Vercy, I was treated well, although she's a little controlling between you and me. So I cannot say if the 3 fates would be as kind as Vercy is, or crueler. But I can only tell you what my experience was.
I know that you don't know. I'm asking you, what does your gut tell you?
My gut is telling me that they would need to understand that there is a high possibility that they would not be coming back to Mitros.
And what's the cost if this does not happen?
Captain Zamek will be tormented by the Fates until he is dead, and I don't know if we'll be able to defeat Sidon and Lutheria without his guidance.
So you're saying the fate of the world relies on these young nymphs traveling to the island?
Yes,
Of the Fates.
100%.
A young lady called Doria comes up. She looks like she's a nymph. She's dressed in blue. She's got bright blue skin. Felixio, is it?
Yes, Millie?
I can volunteer. I mean, if what you say is true, if you make a persuasion check, Felixio.
Oh, wow! 2 and a 3 on the dice at advantage. That's insane.
Still a 14. What you're telling us, this is Doria, and what you're telling us seems a bit of a stretch. I mean, I'm happy to help out in any way I can, even that maybe up to and including my life. We've all seen what Sidon has done, we've all seen what Lutheria has done, and what they continue to do. I mean, not that long ago, our entire city was under siege from Sidon with lightning storms. But you say if 3 nymphs do not do this, the war is lost? That seems like a bit of a stretch.
Yes, Captain Zamek will be no more, and then we'll have no one that can pilot the Ultras. So if we can't get from island to island, then the war might as well be lost.
In this Siren's Roost, a lot of people look down on what I do. But what I do for my family. As much money as I can make, I send back to them, and they do with it what they will. What will become of my family, Thelxia?
Your family will have elevated status. They will know that it was one of their daughters that helped the heroes who they are starting to worship and throw money at. So your family's fame will rise, and their status will be elevated, and they will be well taken care of by the people here.
You can promise me my parents and family will be taken care of. And you can guarantee that. Then I will come with you.
I can. All Captain Zamek has to do is say the word, and the people will listen to him, and they will make sure your family is well taken care of.
2 nymphs come forward. Here's Doria, Theosia, and...
As I'm volunteering the captain, he's not here.
Yeah, Strymon. The last one is actually a male nymph, not all females, of course. Doria, Theosia, and Strymon. They'll make similar requests. They know it's at stake. Like many other people here, they're treating you as if you were gods. And they agree. On the one condition that their families are taken care of.
I told them the same thing, and then I'll ask them to please meet at this dock here, and that we will have a dinghy for them. That way they do not have to fight with the crowd to get to the ship.
Their backs stiffen up, they're a little taller, and they say their goodbyes to Ambrose here and everybody else there. With the tears, and they make their way to the dock as instructed.
And then I'll take off, super fast dash, cutting action dash, all the way to the ship, relay all that to the captain that we need to get a dinghy to this dock here for the 3 nymphs, and ask the captain if he would make an announcement to the mass of people to please look after the families of Doria, Esoa, and Strymon, that they are nymphs who are making a sacrifice for the greater good of the entire world, and their families are to be looked after like they are of the people's own.
We'll get to Zamek's speech in just a second. I believe Morpheus had some things he wanted to acquire.
Yeah, Morpheus is going to find 5 crew members, like big guys. So they're like, so they can go out together to go buy something for us. And I'll say to them, comrades, I'm going to give them 662 gold All the gold I have almost. And I'll say I need $500 worth of gems, 2 gems, and then a big one I can break into small. I can turn into dust, white dust. I need diamond dust, and I need 2 gems. And I give them the money for those 2 gems and diamond dust. It's 300 gold pieces for the gems, and then 200 gold pieces of dust. Basically, what I'm asking. And
Hey,
then
Morpheus?
yeah.
We do have 2 emeralds worth 500 and a sapphire in party loot. If that
they
helps
have to
you.
be diamonds.
Everything has to be diamonds. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's for spells, but I'm going to get. But I haven't gotten yet because I didn't know we were going to get these components. So,
So,
anyway,
what spells are they for?
it is for Revivify, so I can do it twice. I can get that next level up. And then the other one is Greater Restoration, which is a dust. And that'll give me 2 castings of that. So I'll have it for the future, or we'll have it for the future for another character that may come into the campaign. If one of us doesn't make it, we'll have some spell components and stuff. These spells that are expensive and very helpful.
It takes a while for them to get them, but they do get them.
I
The
give
same
them extra
goes.
100 pieces and say, buy something for the crew. Baked goods, dried meat, something for baked goods. 160 gold. You pick, you find what crew would like. You bring back something for everybody. Not for chosen, nothing for us. All for the crew.
They come back, it takes them a while, and they don't come back with pastries, they don't come back with dried meat. They come through with bushels of fresh fruit. Okay. So Testicles or anybody else? Alice, not anybody else want to accomplish anything in Metros?
Oh, good question. Elris, is she would be unknown, right? If she just snuck off the ship, would no one recognize her? Since she's never, I don't think she's ever been.
I didn't know not to be technically Frost either.
Well, I mean, you as a player, Joshua, you had the start of the campaign. Now there's some current part of the campaign, so you're going to miss the middle part of the campaign. I'm going to take this kind of that Odin was there for part of that, in that story. So you do know Metros, we'll say that. But it's fair to say, Alice does not.
Well, if others are going to poke around, she would like to try to see if she could upgrade her some of her equipment, if the party agreed to part with some of the funds, that is, and of course it's available. But she's interested in plus 1 plate if she can find it.
Sick. Hey.
You're bottle shopping like that. Maybe weird.
Maybe a lot quicker than the forge if it's available.
Short answer is no. If you're looking at the forge, we need some Gorgon plate to forge the +1 armor.
All right, I think we do have some of that. Oh, we do. We have I don't know how much we have, but a couple sessions. 810. You mentioned. I think it was a retroactive thing that we collected some Gorgon plate from the bodies.
Yeah, this was on the place where you took out Gaius. It was on that island. There were some things there.
Okay,
If you like, you could add it to the shopping list.
I'll just note that it is a forge item. So, yep. All right, thank you.
You want to put that in? Okay.
No, it's okay for now. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to do?
Oh, I got also spear.
Yeah. If you want to put in order since we're close, do we want to maybe think about doing the Pegasus bridle and also doing a detour back to the Island of the Heart for one of you guys to go Pegasus? We do have the 1,000 worth of gems in party loot, and it only takes a day, so it'd be made, if we put Pegasus bridle first, it'll be made on our trip to the Fates.
Vegas. That's awesome.
Would I have, being, I guess, from Mythos, would I have tried to sought out anyone in order for knowledge of maybe the locale of the Amazons? Would I know if anyone or maybe heard of anybody?
You could try the academy, which is right at the top here, just like equivalent of the university.